Dream this time. It is Tuesday night, which means one thing and one thing only usually, and that is it is fight week again, this time for UFC Vegas 116. Sadly, and yeah, we're gonna talk about UFC Vegas 116. Oh joy, can't wait. Also, obviously, as you can see in the title, we will be talking about the fight news we've had over the last week, which is very slim, and the rankings update. So, yeah, back to normal after last week was more of a special for my birthday. Now we're back on Tuesday, and we're vibing. So, that's what we're doing. I'm excited to do just that. And yeah, we'll talk about UFC Vegas 116, fight news, rankings, what's going on. What's up, Steve? Good to see you, brother. And yeah, not much going on. Talk about some fights that are happening this week, some that got booked, and some rankings updates. And yeah, pretty simple. Hope everything good is going on with you. And I sent you the Discord invite again on Insta. If you want in, I know that old link expired, so there you go. If you want in, just remembered that. And yeah, let's talk about some fucking fights, shall we, boys? Kick off the week. You know, it's Tuesday. Hopefully, everyone's Monday was good. And have a good Tuesday. Talking about some goddamn fights. No better way to spend a Tuesday. Well, no, it's a lot of Contender Series, but that ain't on at the moment. So we make do and we talk about what we can. So let's do just that. Yeah, I saw that too. I have an idea what happened, and it's fucking stupid. So, what can you do? And we keep moving. So, whatever. I have an idea what happened, and it's just pretty predictable with YouTube bullshit. So, what can you do? And we keep going. So, we'll hit it legitimately sooner than later. And yeah, not much more I can say. So shit that is out of my control. So I wish it wasn't under my control, but it's out of my control. And yeah, no, I can't do anything about it. So I saw it too. I was ecstatic, and then like within 2 hours, it's right back to 198. So whatever. Let's talk about the fights. Obviously, we'll end the night talking about the star of the night. Sadly, this garbage, UFC Vegas 116. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it, but you know, kind of. We'll hit on the fight news we had over last week, which is only 7 fights and really 5 because 2 of them are on this week's card. So, oh boy. But like always on Tuesday, we kick it off looking at the rankings update, and because I guess it's kind of two-parter because we had last week's as well. We did not look at because obviously I went live on Monday. But yeah, following UFC Winnipeg, and I guess even through 27 to an extent. What the fuck happened? What's going on with the rankings? Let's take a look. Are they still terrible? Yep. So nothing happened in the first few classes. I guess the updates from 327, Olberg's down to top 15 at pound for pound. And Aaron P goes down to top 15 of featherweight. So there's that for last week. So we're going to look at it, but I guess you probably already knew that. Welterweight for this week changed. Mike Malott now 11th, and Yaroslav Amosov number 15. Colby Covington out the top 15 finally. And yeah, I was going to say on your next name was Rachi. I told her to follow. Yeah, she has like even though he only uses one. Is a thing. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, one. Yeah, weird. So she went all out. I can tell. So yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah. So we might get there eventually. Doubt it, but one way or another, one way or another. But we did finally make it to Kobe Covington being out the top 15. Long overdue. Don't know why they took the Mossov ticket ranking off one win, but whatever. And yeah, cool. Good for Mossov. Good to see Kobe gone. And for Mallet, number 11 now. Sure, why not? He sucks and lose, but sure, why not? Outside of that, even for last week, not much happened. Middleweight, nothing happened. Light heavyweight, obviously, Paulo now is number 7, so we'll see what happens with light heavyweight there. Miranda Maverick jumped Karine Silva, makes sense. Let's see, Jasmine didn't get a jump, a bit shocking there. And I'm guessing that's it. Yeah, so not a lot going on with the following UFC Winnipeg. Is pretty much welterweight's the most interesting thing here with Malot and Amasov. And yeah, pretty fucking neat. So let's see Colby gone finally because he was just taking up a spot for no fucking reason. And yeah, good to see him out the top 15 though. Not really much to say there outside of that. Obviously, again, you got the 327 updates like Paulo, Pico, Olberg, etc. But yeah, outside of that, not really much to go off of. So not really much more I can say. And yeah, pretty whatever rankings. So hopefully. I'm trying to think about this week's card. I guess a little bit can change into a ranking or two, but yeah, don't expect a much better update for next week. And yeah, not really much more to say. So simple. Then we move to the second, I guess, appetizer before the main event of talking about the card this week, and that being the fight news we've had over the last week. And yeah, we've had really little. Again, if you take out the 2 fights that we're going to talk about later, because it's on this week's card, we have 5 fights. So we left off at Emil and C-Rod a week ago. Now we are left with very little, least we've had in a long time, but some decent fights here. So let's get into it. Beginning with a banger between Bexat Almacan and Gene Matsumoto. Amazing fight. I don't know why the UFC hates Bexat so much, but the fight's awesome. Gene is very good. Just now being at the top 15 is why people are not taking them seriously as an organization anymore. I agree. I 100% agree. And we could probably find a few more inactive fighters who should be taking out the top 15. Let me try and find one. Actually, Yair, that's one. Ortega ain't even in that division anymore. Why is David Onama ranked? Michael Chandler still being ranked. It's fucking funny. D-Rod still being ranked. Whitaker, even though now he's a light heavyweight. Paulo, now that he's a light heavyweight, is both stupid. Fucking... Who else? Not really anyone else there. Heavyweight. Parkin's been pretty inactive. Maverick is pregnant, or I think just had a kid, so, inactivity, you'll probably get her out of there. Juliana Pena, so definitely the idea of inactivity means nothing. So, Dana, we don't do gimmick fights, so I called out Eddie Hearn, then dodges him. Well, actually, Dana's actually probably the better fighter between two because he's like a legit boxer or whatever. So, like, Eddie might actually get fucked up there because Dana's like a legit boxer coach or whatever. So that'd probably go pretty bad for Eduardo. But yeah, there's just would it like even if we put the jokes like, does anyone want to see Dana White fight Eddie Hearn? It would be fucking terrible. So I let Eddie take Aspinall, let Dana make fun of them because they suck, and move on. Like, I don't care to see 70-year-old Dana White fight 50-year-old Eddie Hearn. So it's just meaningless, and yeah. So simple. So I look at it, maybe it would be a good fight, but I doubt it. But what is a good fight is Bekzak and Gene Matsumoto. Again, banger. UFC will never give Bekzak an easy fight, and Matsumoto is really fucking good. So is Bekzak. That's a great fight. Simple. Then we have the first fight for International Fight Week announced, that being a fun prelim battle between Damian Pinas versus Cesar Almeida. Very cool. Pinas getting a step up really in his career against Uncle Caesar. I honestly wish we could have seen Dana and Tito in any capacity. In MMA, Tito would have fucking murdered him. In boxing, Dana might have fucked him up, to be honest. Especially, Dana, and that was like 02 or some shit. Dana might have fucked him up a bit, but, no luck. And, yeah, trust me, we were all over to see Dana get punched in the face, but we thought him get slapped, for whatever that's worth. So, there you go. We're going to see some face punching here with Damian Pinas and Cesar Almeida, though. Good for the National Fight Week fight. Very fun prelim. Pinas should win. Like, see, Uncle Caesar is just kind of getting not long in the tooth, but just getting up there in age. He looked really bad against the old Chaychek brother, and he hasn't really looked phenomenal lately. Again, he's like 39 years old. To Pinas, who is like 23, and yeah, it should be a nice win for Pinas there to continue being a prospect. It's crazy that he's getting a harder fight in his second UFC fight than Adiba or Susakai have gotten like 5 now. Pinas is so much better than Adiba, but he's gonna prove it as Adiba struggles against fucking cans. What did that tell you? Then we had UFC Winnipeg. Following that, we had 2 fights announced for this week, so we're not going to talk about right now, but Philo and Durden, Marshall and some fucking old Bellator guy. We'll talk about these when we get to the card. And then today we had 3 bantamweight fights announced. I think these are 2 Apex cards, and this is IFW, beginning with Marcus McGee versus Jacob Wickwatch, however you say it. Super easy one for Marcus McGee. Jacob is just garbage. Don't really know a simpler way I could put that. Marcus McGee would not be losing to Muin Gafarov and only win because he's an idiot and tapped out for no reason. But, whatever. And, yeah, good to see Marcus McGee back. Gonna easily beat up shitty Jacob Wickwatch. And, simple. Good to see McGee back. My opinion on the top 15 still kind of got shafted there. Then second to last, and staying at bantamweight for a fight we kind of knew about because Josh Barnett called out Bryce for not signing the contract. We have Bryce Mitchell versus Victor Henry. Should be a Bryce Mitchell win here. Victor Henry. Who did he fight last? I'm trying to remember. What was Victor's last fight? Was that fucking Pedro Falcao guy? Or was that Jourdain? I don't remember. But yeah, Henry's not the most active fighter lately. Bryce looked like Bryce against Saeed Nurmagomedov. And yeah, he should beat Victor Henry. And he could lose because Bryce is a terrible fighter. But, he should win. So, sadly. And lastly, the most recent fight booked, obviously the biggest one we've had in, take out the White House fight with Lewis, and the biggest fight we've had in a good couple weeks. We have Corey Sandhagen rematching Mario Bautista at International Fight Week. This was Mario Bautista's debut in UFC, and now they run it back. Yeah, fun. very fun fight. Corey should win again, but he is very mid, and I would not be shocked to see a Mario win here. Good first main card fight for IFW. Need 4 more, and hopefully 2 of them are title fights. And yeah, good fight, very good fight. Could main event any fight night. Could fuck co-main any pay-per-view outside of IFW. And yeah, good first big fight added to IFW. So not much to say there. And that kind of closes the chapter on the fight news for the week. We had only 7 fights. Yeah, not a little underwhelming, but all the fights are pretty good. Again, this is a good fight. This is probably the weakest one, I should say a lot. Good, really good, great fight. And then these were this week, and we'll talk about them. Cool. Can't really complain too much. A lot of bantamweight, and hopefully over the next week we get more International Fight Week news, because we fucking need it. So, but time will tell there, and we'll see what we're talking about with this time in 1 week. Aside of that, not much else to say. And yeah, that's about it for fight news. Usually we got like 10 or 15, but we only got 7, really 5 fights there, so it sucks, but whatever. Well, again, hopefully we get IFW soon. I can't wait for that. Dana will be announcing our International Fight Week tonight, and we'll be waiting for 19 hours for some fucking reason, because he can't fucking do shit in a normal time, so... since you technically do have jobs this week, we should do an open panel Thursday night after the first night. I see what we're trying to do there. Actually, I'm not going to go live on Thursday. I'll go live tomorrow and do a mock draft. But, the first stream I go live where I actually have 200. Eventually. We're right there. God damn, we can't be any closer to it, can we? And, yeah, probably soon, imagining. But, yeah, again, I'll be live tomorrow for a mock draft, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so plenty of chances. And we'll see if we can ever hit it. So, it's simple. Not much else to say there. Trust me, I want to goddamn hit it. Need more than you fucking know, but I stick to rules, and that's how I hit 200 for about 2 hours. So, yeah. And, yeah, that being said, not really much else to say there. I think the only thing left to say, or actually not even that, the only thing left to talk about tonight is the main event course for the stream, that being UFC Vegas 116. Open panel for tomorrow would lower to then discuss the draft and then close the panel again. I might. Yeah, maybe. No, I guess you could be right. No, I don't know if I did hit 200. Yeah, okay. I'll probably open a panel for. Well, that's what I'll probably do. I'll go live. I'll do like this for a while, just listen to me. But then, like at the end, for like whatever 20, 30 minutes, I'll drop the link and yeah, you could go over my fucking mock draft or whatever. Yeah, I'll do that. Why not? Why not? I see no reason not to. And sure. I think that's very fair, so I'll do that. I have no issue with that. Maybe tomorrow I'll do that. So, cool. And it's not like my mock draft's gonna be very long, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so cool. Yeah, I'll do that. Why not make it a little more fun? So, there you go. For anybody, but I know Steve will be the only one watching, and he'll join, so there you go. Sure. And but for tonight, because I know no one wants to talk about this garbage card, I don't want to talk about this. I'll need to remember to set up shop in your Discord. I've been so busy to say you're good. The invite will always be in your Instagram, so whenever you want to join. So, but don't worry, you're not missing anything in there. Believe me. And yeah, so cool. But I don't even want to talk about this shitty UFC Vegas 116 card, but it's my job. I payless, almost thankless job to talk about this shit, so let's do it. 13 fights, UFC Vegas 116. You already know the rules. Tuesday night, go over the fight. I'll give my pick, but not my finishing prediction, and we won't get betting on. Just talk about the fight and give my pick, and yeah, for finishing prediction and betting odds, we'll talk about that on Friday night. And tonight we just kind of, whatever term you want to use, we set the tone for the card week, whatever. Something like that. And yeah, sounds good. Sounds good enough to me. Let's talk about this shitty card. 13 fights, UFC Vegas 116. Let's do it. Still probably an upgrade from Canada. And what a great fight to begin tonight. The fight I'm most hyped for on the card begins the card. Can I turn it off after this fight? After having our first fight of the night, my girl. In our first fight of the night, Talita Alencar, not her, versus Julia Palastri. Julia Palastri, one of my favorite fighters, probably right behind Casey and Sean. She's awesome. So hyped to see her back this week, and obviously I'm picking her. Yes, I'm biased, but also I do think she will win. Alencar is just tiny Jacqueline Amorim. So what does that tell you? Palastri is actually a really good fighter. I know her record shaky at best, 14-5, but she's actually really good. And I think she's a legit prospect in this division. I won't be shocked if she's ranked by the end of the year. I think she is much better than a few of the fighters in the division. I would easily pick her against Mizuki. Probably Angie can always win a fight against a prospect. But even if you want to compare to prospects, I think she's as good as Theonara. I don't think she's as good as Klein. Klein's a fucking beast. I think she's better than Denise, so she's good. Like, truly, she's a badass. She's getting more well-rounded. She has good power, good striking, good cardio. Grappling is always a bit shaky, but should be fine enough here against a much smaller fighter. I think it's the first time Palastri has ever been a bigger fighter in a fight. And, yeah, it's awesome to see her back. As for Alencar, I just don't think she's that good. Her whole game plan is just to lay on you. I think she's smaller than Jessica Andrade, and she can't strike for sure. Her cardio ain't that good. She's just really good at laying on you. Again, she's just tiny Jacqueline Amorim. Outside of their height and looks, there is no difference between her and Jacqueline Amorim. They are the exact same fighter, and they are both shit. So, just not really much to say there. I think this fight should be higher on the card, but I'm not upset with starting the night with Palastri. And of course, I'm picking her. I do think she actually will win, and I, of course, am biased either way. So, and I am two back. Casey won, Jazz won. Can I get the 3-piece? That'd make me really happy. And yeah, give me Palastri here. Do I have the worry that Alencar could just lay on her? Yes, Palastri really did struggle against Josephine Knudsen a good amount a few years ago, but I think she has got better since that fight, and Knudsen is not the size of a small child. She was much bigger than Palastri, so now fighting someone smaller than K-Nut, and at a better time in her career for Palastri. I think she should be able to win this fight. I think her cardio is better, and I think she can keep it standing and win. So, and she actually didn't do that awful against Knudsen, so I think she could have got the decision there. And I think she's going to get a win here. So give me Palastri to get the win here. Biased, but also I do think she's the pick. And I think she's actually the pick underdog in Tapology, but that's because they're just viewing the fancy 7-1-1 record and going with that. So that's what they want to do. Go ahead, but that's going to bite you. And give me Palastri to start tonight. My girl, right behind Casey. I like her. And at this point, she's jumped Jazz. And they fought on Contender Series, so what does that tell you? And, yeah. not much to say there. Always get to see one of my fighters fighting, but this will be the last one too. It's White House with Sean, who is not coming off a great fight, but he'll do good there at least. So, not much to say there. Then we have. I wish it was had, but now it's current tense have. In our second fight of the night, the male portion of the card begins with one of the many awful fights on this card, and this one's not the worst, but doesn't make any sense. We have Max Griffin versus Victor Velezula. I think that's how you say it. Fix your fucking audio. Fuck you, Chrome. My audio is fine. Turn up your fucking speakers. Like, I can't get my audio any louder. Jesus Christ. Like, I just heard myself on my fucking TV. And I'm only doing my TV up to like 8 to hear me, so. So, like, I don't know. Robot from Rocky 4. Fuck you. Fuck you for that one. Like, I don't know what else you want me to do, so. Like, and I can prove that my mic is at goddamn 200. So, I don't know what else I'm meant to really do. So, I so, whatever. I've already talked about this. I fucking made a post about it. What am I meant to? I've done everything I could with this audio, so. But, I don't know. What I do know is, well, all you're gonna do anyway, Chrome, is shit on all of these fighters. So, you're not helpful. You're either shitting on me or all the fighters I'm talking about. So, but yeah, second fight of the night, Max Griffin, Victor Velezula. Again, why is Victor here? Lost on Contender Series not even a year ago, and now he is signed and debuting before Michael Oliveira, who beat him. Make that make sense if you can. Yeah, I think Max Griffin is an easy pick here. I get he's on the older side. I think he's the oldest guy on the card, but he's just not losing to shitty Victor Velezula. He's not that washed, and he he's had some tough fights lately, but Chiesa is not terrible. And who else did he just lose to? I can't remember who the fuck was his other loss. Because I know he's lost 2 in a row with somebody, but yeah, this is a huge step down from those type of guys, and he should win this. Like, again, Victor lost on Contender Series, and apparently losing on Contender Series is the best way to get fucking signed in the future, so what does that tell you? And, yeah, give me Max Griffin here. I'm not picking Victor Velezula until he proves anything, and all he proved in his last time I saw him fight. And yeah, what more can I really say here? So I'm definitely going old man Max Griffin here. I've been burned by Max Griffin a good amount of times. I picked him against Chiesa, and that worked great. But I think Chris Kurtz was the last fight, and he actually might have won that fight, to be honest. So dude can still go, and he should easily beat a shitty fighter like Victor Velezula. Probably the easiest fight Max has had in a long time. So he should get the win here, and yeah, not really much more to say there. So shitty signing who lost on Contender Series. Those work every time, don't they? And yeah, there should be a Max Griffin win here. So give me old man Griffin get the win here in the second fight of the night. That makes no fucking sense already. After that, a fight we did not see on Sunday when we looked over this card, but it was recently added, as we have in our third fight of the night added on Monday, yesterday, and UFC doing this shit again, which actually worked really well with Kamaka and that Hope dude, so hopefully it goes good again here. As we're having our third fight of the night in the lightweight division, but I think at least one of these guys is a featherweight. The other, I have no idea what the fuck he is. We have Francis Marshall versus Lucas Brennan. I know who Francis Marshall is. He's a pretty good fighter, coming off a few wins now. Good to see him back. Francis is a guy who trained with Max and even fought him years ago. I hope he digs deep and wins. I think he will. Like, I don't even think Max didn't have to dig deep for this one. He just should win this fight. So, we'll see. Like, again, I just Victor sucks, and this should be Max's first win in a long time, so yeah, I wouldn't mind if he retired after it, because he is getting older, and fights only get harder, so, but we'll see, and, yeah, not much to say there. And not very much to say here either, because who the fuck is Lucas Brennan? Some random Lucas Brennan that used to fight in the UFC in the 90s. That's cool. I know, looking at Lucas's career, he was in Bellator for a while. Now, the regional guy. I think he's only like 28 years old, so he's not super old or whatever. But he's probably not winning this fight. Francis Marshall is very decent, beat Myron Santos and all that. And, he should win this fight. Like, a lot of these former Bellator guys that they've been signing lately have been shitty. Tyrell Fortune ain't that good. Fucking Aaron Pico sucks. Pitbull sucks. And now we'll see if this Brennan dude's any good. So, I doubt it. I'm going Francis Marshall here because I know Francis Marshall and he's actually pretty good. And, yeah, love that the UFC added a fight on short notice. I did the Kamaka Hope fight. And, yeah, not much to say here. Give me Francis Marshall. Simple. Dance with the devil you know and not the one you don't. So, sadly, we got two devils we know here, and actually, really only one devil. The other is just a normal guy. And we have on in our fourth fight of the night on short notice as well, thanks to a fucking who pulled out again, Lucas Rocha pull out. We now have Rafael Filho versus Cody Durden. God, we can't escape Cody Durden no matter how hard we try. This was meant to be Lucas Rocha. He pulled out, and now Durden steps in on about a week notice. Told you Wemby can't survive the playoffs. What do you want him to do? He fucking tripped and smacked his face on the ground. Like, goddamn, man, what do you want him to do? Anyone would be out of the game after that, and that could happen to anyone. Let him heal up, they'll win fucking 4-1. So, fucking acting like that was some, like, Wemby's fault. Like, that could happen to any player at any moment in time. Acting like that's goddamn Wemby's fault. He's still the best player in the league. Come on now. They play hard. He tripped. The fuck? They didn't do shit. He fucking tripped. So, that could happen to any player at any moment. I don't want to hear Wemby slander. That's the best player in the league. So, it's just that simple. You're scared of Wemby, bro. I know. Thunder are doing their thing. They're going to fucking sweep through everyone. Your real test is going to be the Spurs. You're scared. You don't want Wemby walking in those doors in the Western Conference Finals. He was up nervous. He hurt himself. He was so nervous. The fucking floor was probably slippery. Come on now. So you're praying he's injured. You don't want Wemby walking in Oklahoma. Every time he does, it ends in an L. Chet's daddy has to come babysit. You don't want Wemby walking in that Oklahoma arena, Chrome. I know it. By the way, I swear I heard the UFC's going back to Oklahoma. It might have been bullshit, but I swear I heard that. Which, if so, I know you're going, Chrome. We can't wait to see all the prelim guys you don't know. So, I don't know. You're praying the Spurs don't make it to the Western Conference because you don't want to see Wemby walk through those doors. I know you're scared of that. Like fucking Phoenix and you know what, the Lakers are not going to be an issue. The Western Conference Finals. Good luck. If Wemby's walking in that arena, Chet's scared. Shea is scared. He got hurt by a gust of wind. No, some guy put his elbows through his ribcage. Well, yeah, Lou Dort might fucking fight him. Actually, obviously, I'm being a bit trolly. I don't know if you saw my bracket the other night, but yeah, I saved the Thunder are winning it all. I have them against the Pistons in the finals, and actually, that looks like a terrible pick on the other side. So, actually, out of the top 4 teams in the East, the Cavs are looking like the best one. Maybe it's going to be Thunder and Cavs. So, either way, you're going to win any series in 4. Because the only team that's going to challenge you is the Spurs. They don't make it. You better hope. But even if they didn't, like truly, if they made, I would pick Thunder in 7. So I think they will win another chip. I think it's just a matter of time. You might as well just give them their second banner now, because you're going to win it all. Simple. And, yeah. NBA. I'm not really going to talk about the NBA much. Like as a segment until the end of each round, but always down to talk about it if it's brought up. Again, I love how good the Cavs are looking 2-0 now. I have expected. I don't know why that series was like a debate to people. Like I thought we would easily win in 5, but whatever. James Harden though, finally performing in the playoffs, baby. Long overdue. And yeah, you love to see it. I love to see it. So, as Luka, the Thunder will try to hurt you to win if you're prone to injuries like Wemby is. Yeah, y'all are some dirty motherfuckers. Yeah, like I think you are going to repeat. I have no fucking worry about that. And, yeah, we'll be talking about your fucking football team tomorrow as well. So when are you going to finally make the A.J. Brown trade New England? We're waiting. We've been waiting for 2 months. So maybe do it already. Jesus Christ. And, yeah. So, see what happens, man. See what happens. Yeah, NBA playoffs look like they're getting crazy. LeBron and KD are playing for the first time since 2018. Pistons lost game 1. New York somehow dropped a game. Boston somehow dropped a game. Fucking, yeah, crazy. The NFL draft tomorrow, which I cannot wait for, and yeah, they should have waited till our new arena got built before coming here. Well, it was a thing I saw. It could be bullshit. So I don't know, maybe. So we already know Jacoby Smith is gonna be on the card. I think he's the only fighter you got from there. So got him. Then maybe they'll sign someone. So yeah, I don't even remember the last time they went to OKC. I don't think they have in the 2020s. So that'll be cool if they do. We're fighting right under the banners. July 18th coming to OKC. Is that confirmed now? Sweet. Flick got cut a few years ago. I don't know what he's doing now, but could bring him back, I guess. But yeah, you got Jacoby Smith about it. Unless I'm badly forgetting someone, I think he's the only Oklahomian. Maybe, I swear you had a female fighter. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe she already been cut, but yeah. I know you got Jacoby, and that's it. And he could be in a big fight on that card. Him and Neil Magny. I would like to see it. So, yeah, I'll probably do a card idea for that card the second it's fully announced and all that. So, yeah, look out for that short. Now, you can give a review of what you think of that card if you would go to it. We need Chet and Wemby on that card. Come on, man. At about middleweight for those skinny fucks. So, good to see the UFC traveling out again. Can you come to Ohio, please? I want to go to the event. Just go fuck your ticket prices. But it'd be cool. You haven't been here since Dawkins and Blades. Could you come back, please? whatever. This week we got the Apex for a bunch of fighters Chrome has never heard of and to make fun of all of them. But I know you've heard of this guy. Cody Durden somehow snuck his way back into a UFC fight. Thanks to a short notice replacement. So Durden steps in. All you can rely on him there. Coming in on a, believe, a 4 or 5 fight losing streak now. Was it the best option they could have pulled? No. But who else was there? So I'm fine with it. It's an Apex card. Don't need to overthink it. Phil Ho should win this fight. Durden looks super old and washed the last time out against Turman Dembele, who's, I think, much worse than Phil Ho. And, yeah, Durden's UFC run's just over. He looks prone for PFO or fucking Netflix at this point. I imagine Netflix wouldn't take him because he said he's not gonna be PG, so he'd probably PFO or whatever the fuck else would take him. And, Hardy versus Barboza at OKC, no thank you. Veronica Hardy and Hardy versus OKC, no. Is that confirmed? Veronica Hardy versus Dylan Barboza? That's the only thing I can think of. Dan Hardy ain't fighting. And I don't think Dan Hardy ever fought a Barboza. So, is that the first fight announced for that card? Hey, you get to see Veronica Hardy. that's a win in its own right. Yeah, that's an interesting fight. Not a whatever. Well, the sad part with a card somewhere where they don't have a lot of fighters, you gotta fill out the card with whoever they give you. So, you know. Whoa, is that fucking Tommy Gant dude from DC's camp from there? I think he'd already booked though. So, there's a numbered fight for that card. There's a rumored fight for that card. You gotta fill out the card. Like, obviously, in a perfect world, you'd have all Oklahomians or all bangers, but you need prelims. And who's gonna ever complain about seeing Veronica Hardy? So, and that's a super easy fight for her, so cool. You get to see Veronica Hardy live. Come on now. And, yeah. I definitely would have thought Jacoby Smith would be the first person booked for that card, but again, him and Neil Magny, perfect co-main event. Wow, what would the main event be? They talked about on the news today. Damn, they're really hype about getting a card there. That's good. It's gonna be cool for y'all. I only know the last time they went to OKC, probably like 2017 or some bullshit. Definitely pre-pandemic. So, man, I wonder what you got there. So, they're gonna stack up with. I won't be shocked Kevin Holland's on that card since he's from fucking on every card. Yeah, I don't know. But it should be intriguing. That's cool that they're getting a card for the first time in a long time. And let's see, Seattle is definitely the gold standard for a card so far. Fight night so far this year. Can you do better than Seattle? You already stole their team. So, for now at least, until the expansion. So, see what happens. I'm seeing my first BKFC card in Daytona May 6th. It's one of the bit on, but can't complain. Oh, that's fucking awesome. You might see Connor. You never know. Awesome. Fuck yeah. So, don't worry, nothing ever comes to Ohio. And no, you don't ever go anywhere. Though that shit be expensive, my boy. So, it's a fucking pipe dream. But, you know, bring that big rig for this OKC card. Or have DC come out of retirement. Maybe. No. They'll do something good for that card. They're not gonna give you shit. Like, I'm trying to think who, so July, that would be, who can main event that card? Maybe, I'm kind of blanking on names now. Like, maybe Fluffy and Kyle Barala? That'd be an interesting main event. Or yeah, that's really the only thing I got at the moment. So, unless you give Jacoby Smith like goddamn Leon Edwards or some shit, which are not. So, I don't know. That's an interesting one to say the very least. So, yeah, I'm really intrigued to see how that card turns out against Veronica Hardy. That's a hell of a good start. And, yeah, see what happens. But sadly, we're not in OKC this week. We're in this shitty Apex. And yeah, Rafael Filho should win this fight. 2, 3 years ago, I think this would be a much more debated fight for Cody Durden. But yeah, he just, again, losing to guys who are worse than Filho and Herman Dembaro is not a good look. And he just looks old and washed. So I think he's like 34. Give me Rafael Filho to end Cody Durden's UFC career. Sorry, Moss. I know you're not going to be thrilled. Wrestling Gavro, the world, we've won a bunch of grappling matches. I won't be shocked they signed some like big prospect from OKC for the card. So, again, they only have 1 or 2 fighters, so I wouldn't be shocked by that. Hopefully, or at least I hope, because if they give you like 1 or 2 hometown guys, that'd be fucking stupid. But all that's so UFC, so what does that tell you? So they gotta put all people you know on that card, Chrome. They can't be putting to nobodies like this one. I know you're looking at this screen like right now, like who the fuck is that, and that. You know, I don't blame you. Yeah, give me Rafael Filho here. Pretty simple. Durden's old, and respect for stepping out on short notice, but it probably ends in the end of Cody Durden's UFC career. So boom, give me Pastor Filho to get the win here. Speaking of fighters whose UFC career needs to end and why are they still signed, our 5th fight of the night, going to women's bantamweight for actually the best fight on the screen right now, which says a lot. We have the still signed for some reason, Mayra Bueno Silva. They should make Gable Stevenson fight Wyatt Hendrickson, the guy who beat him in his wrestling career. Maybe. I think Ante Delija is a clear debut for Gable, but see what happens, I guess. But that's much more intriguing than a Mayra Bueno Silva fight in 2026 versus Michelle Montague. Do I really need to say much here? Easy win for Michelle Montague, hopefully ending the UFC career of Shitara, who is now 0-4-1, actually 1-4 in her last 5. Why is she still here? I don't know why Dana loves her so much, but yeah, she looked awful, and Montague looks like a good prospect. 1-0 in UFC, beat Luana Carolina, that fat moron, now beats up Shitara. Actually shocked she got a higher fight or a fight like this before Bia. And yeah, do I need to say much here? Easy one for Montague to end Myra's UFC career. OKC main event Don Friday regular, both Oklahoma guys. Yeah, about 30 years late to that fight, but you know, it'd be cool. It would have been cool. Not anymore. So, well, again, I'm really intrigued to see what that card turns into. So, I'm super intrigued. Like that's a really, yo, what's up, DB? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, UFC OKC is going to be very intriguing. I'm excited to see how that card gets planned out. Chrome's going to be watching every update and wondering who the fuck any of these people are who are going to be fighting in his town. So, can't wait. We're going to get a legendary rant from Chrome making fun of everyone on the card. And Chrome, don't forget your picks this week. I know this card's easy to forget, but don't forget. I know you don't want to pick it, but you gotta. Trust me, I don't want to watch it, but I do. So, gotta do what you gotta do here, I guess. I hear OKC is pretty dead for being a majority sports metropolitan. Is it? I wouldn't know. The Thunder, they get hot for the Thunder, man. But also they're winning, so that helps. Outside of that, I don't know what the fuck is going on there. So, college football, I know those motherfuckers get crazy for their Sooners. But, yeah, I don't know what else you got. You tell me. So, we're going to see how dead they are for a UFC card. So, I'm definitely intrigued. I'm very intrigued, and it's like the bottom sports metropolitan. It's a college town. Nice. Yeah, you like wrestling and college football. You don't care about anything else. Well, yeah, I guess the Thunder. I would hope you care about the Thunder if they're good. So, but maybe maybe I'm wrong. So not much more to say there. So, well, I'm excited. When we can't be any more dead than most fucking UFC crowds. Make more noise than the Apex at least. Make more noise than goddamn Saudi Arabia. Softball and gymnastics, don't forget, damn right. You know, a fight I am not going to be loud for. That's usually the next 3 fights I would rather eat fucking paint than watch. Co-main then the prelims, one of the worst fights humanly fucking possible. Was that Florida with the low gate? Maybe. Maybe. I'm trying to talk about anything instead of these goddamn fights, I swear to God. Cedric Gymnastics just won the national championship the other day. Hell yeah. Good shit, win that shit. You love to see it. So, did a good job. Get those titles. So, one of these two actually have to win this fight, which is a crime against MMA. Donald Trump had 17 at the house the other day. Nice. Like golf and tennis and volleyball. Cool. Not shocked there. He likes his sports. He likes his goddamn sports. That's for sure. What I don't like is Cedricus Dumas versus Jackson McVeigh. Gross. Fucking gross. I don't want to watch this shit, man. I have to pick between. We have to not watch, but pick with either Cedricus dumbass or Jackson McVeigh. What the fuck happened to the sport I love, man? Like, this sucks, bro. I don't want to see this. But we gotta. So, how do we pick this shit show? Cedricus Dumas, terrible fighter, terrible human, but terrible fighter. When is that a code? Yeah, do you mean COVID? Yeah, it seems like a goddamn COVID fight. That's for damn sure. The next 3 fights on this card seem like COVID fights. This stupid thing was blocking out the fucking half of your thing on my TV. Yes, that definitely does fucking seem. That's actually the best way to describe these next 3 fights. COVID. So, these are all COVID fights coming up next. Dumas, again, when he actually tries, is piss poor at best. So, you know, what can I really say there? And Jackson McVeigh, 0-2 in UFC. Bruno Ferrer beat him. Fucking, and Zach Reese beat him. Dude's really tall for no fucking reason. Who was the pick here? That's a fucking question that never should be asked. Who has to win a UFC fight by goddamn accident in this COVID fight? Actually, I think COVID fights were better. I can't believe in 2026. I can't believe ever. I'm probably picking Cedricus. I can't believe he's probably the better fighter in this fight. Like, if he tries, if he shows up like he did in a few against Abu Azaitar and Cody Brundage, he can win this fight. McVeigh's horrendous. And Dumas, even against Dante Johnson in a loss, he looked alright against Dante, to be honest. Like, he did okay, survived, and got beat late, so would have been out already in the Forest era. Yeah, probably, but I'm more than okay with a 3 strikes and you're out idea. If you lose 3 in a row, you're gone. 2 in a row, your seat is very warm, but we'll give you another. We can give you another chance. So, like, I went through this god awful like Shamrock who just got cut and went 1-2. Like, and plus a bigger guy, you need guys like McVeigh to fill out shitty middleweight. So, but if you lose, the loser here, it's obviously getting cut. So, I think the loser here is gonna be Jackson McVeigh. I can't believe Cedric Dumas is. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that was it. Don't drop 2 in a row. Yeah, but 2 in a row is now a warning for most of them, and I think McVeigh's gonna fold 3 in a row. Can't believe Cedric Dumas might actually be the better fighter here. Um, I guess McVeigh's awful. Like, Zach Reese sucks. Like, yeah. And he lost. Like, if Dumas shows up at his best, which is the guy we saw beat Cody Brundage and Abu Zaitar, who, might actually be better than McVeigh, I think Cedric is dumbass can win this fight, and I can't believe I'm picking this prick in 2026. Give me Cedricus to get the win. I just think McVeigh is a joke, and what more can I say? Give me Cedricus, dumbass. John Jones, if you took away any of his talent, and yeah, awful fight. PFL doesn't even book fights this fucking bad usually. So yeah, this is just pathetic. Only in the goddamn Apex. And then we end the prelims with another awful fight at middleweight. Is this one better? Maybe. As we have our featured prelim in the middleweight division. Another awful fight back to back in that division. Then the prelims, we have Rodolfo Vieira versus Eric McConaughey. So what, did they just find the 2 guys who got beat up at fucking 3, what was the Bo and Susakayev card? I don't remember. Losing a lot consistently versus Tommy Ferguson losing a lot. Definitely a different 3 in a row, and Kai is a good call. Yeah, I think 3 in a row, you're gone. 2 in a row, depending, like, if you're 2 losses, or if you lost 2, if your last 2 fights were back-to-back losses in 30 seconds, you can get cut. But if you're losing whatever, you can get a third chance. So, but no matter who you are, if you get to 5 losses, 4 or 5, you're gone. I don't care if you're Tony Ferguson, Dominic Reyes, Cody Garbrandt, John Jones. If you lose 3 to 4, Conor McGregor, you gotta go. 4 or 5 losses, and as Sam Alvey lost goddamn 12 in a row. So what did I tell you? I was going to say you forgot JJ on who that Hall of Fame was, but keyword retired today. Yep, you got that's exactly retired today. And Joanna's already in also as a fighter. So even if she was still fighting, she's already fighting in. So I remember when Dana was saving UFC 2 in a row was walking through papers. Yeah. In a perfect world. Actually, think about it, on this card, how many fighters are coming off losses just on this prelims? 1, I don't know what this dude is, I'm guessing not. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the fighters on the prelims are coming off losses. And 2 of them are Durden, who's on 4, and I believe Myra's also on 4 in a row, or 3 in a row, whatever. That's pathetic. That's fucking pathetic. And one of the first things I would do if I took over the UFC I'd say bring out all the contracts, cut this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and cut like 100 people. And it would fucking make the UFC so much better, but you gotta fill cards, you gotta get better talent on the goddamn regional scene. Whatever. Rodolfo Vieira versus Eric McConaughey. The 2 guys who got knocked out at 3:23, I believe, the Bo and, or maybe like 3:22, either way, by Bo and Susakayev, respectively. This fight sucks. He had Hunt from Pride and didn't even let him fight for a while. Yeah, he hated Mark Hunt. And Mark Hunt just got arrested for, was it was it domestic abuse? Beating someone up? I don't remember. Something fucked up. So, you know, good job. What I'm not going to hear a good job on is picking this fight because I have no idea who's winning this. Rodolfo Vieira is so fucking old and the same shitty fighter he's been forever. Can't strike, no cardio, but he can grapple. As for the opponent, Eric McConaughey, he did accidentally win a fight against Cody Brundage, so he's been able to stick around a little bit longer. He actually did okay enough against Susurkayev, but Susurkayev was garbage. And all I ask of Conor is win or lose in that one, don't let it be against Masvidal. Well, the good thing he ain't gonna fight at all. We can play pretend on Conor ever fighting in UFC again, but I don't see the point too, because he ain't. So, and actually, I think the more I think about the best fight for Conor, I know no one's ever really said this fight, but if you ever think about it, this fight would be really cool. Would anyone be against Conor and Kevin Holland? I think that'd be awesome. That'd be a sweet co-main event. But obviously it will never happen. So. DV, I looked it up, he was saying, but I don't hurt anybody. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know. It will be at least 170. Hey, Kevin Holland got my vote. I think that fight would be awesome. But if we play pretend on Conor fighting again, which he's not, so walking around today, yep. Fuck, getting him to 170 would be a goddamn miracle. So there's no world he's gonna make weight, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. Because again, play pretend in that regard. But I'm trying to play pretend that I'm not looking at Rodolfo Vieira and Eric McConaughey fighting on my screen. Well, on book to fight on my screen. I don't know the pick here at all. I would imagine Rodolfo, but dude, his flaws are so fucking bad that Rodolfo could easily lose this fight. If McConaughey can fight smart and let Rodolfo gas, McConaughey could take over and win this fight easily. Will he do that though? I don't know. I really don't know. He could, but I don't know if he will. This is a fucking coin flip. You pick and pray for these cans. I guess Rodolfo Vieira is the pick, but God, I can hear a case for McConaughey easily, so we'll see what happens. I don't care, really. It's such a shit fight. If I am Conor, why not fight Max? Because Max will 50-45 embarrass you, so maybe don't fight Max. And take a real China win, or even just hold you 170 pounder, then he can retire Sankiachi. Try fighting at 140. Remember that I think Max is a smallish 170, and Max would batter him as bad as Calvin Kattar in 2026. So I can give you about 7 reasons why Conor ain't fighting Max. Because it would be fucking stupid. Yeah, Max would murder him. So he could fight Charles, but that almost seems like a fight backwards for Charles. So actually, it doesn't seem it is. So again, Kevin Holland. Look, Conor and Kevin. Kevin's a real 170. Why not? Why not? You know, Conor's so goddamn stupid he might fight at middleweight. Conor McGregor versus Israel Adesanya. You never thought you'd hear that sentence now, did you? And the more I think about it, they could do that. Holy shit. That would be the weirdest fight ever. Goddamn. I blame Phony for calling him MCM. Phony should fight Conor. Max is handing Conor on the feet. Conor jumps to Gilly like he did. Pulls it off. Conor has no idea how to do a fucking guillotine. That showed real quickly. So then if Charles couldn't find a gilly, we know fucking Conor ain't. So yeah. He has no idea what a submission is. I'll try tapping to him. And yeah. Not much to say there. Connor versus Coley Owens, that would be hilarious. Yeah, but it's about 3 years away to when they should have done that fight. So, again, Kevin Holland, that'd be a badass fight. But I guess we're not that lucky. No. Whatever. Um, Connor ground D looks far better than being also offensive on the ground. At this point, he would get mauled on the ground by most guys because he sucked on the ground before, and now he's older and would suck even more. So I don't think he's. I would be shocked if he's trained as a second of grappling in the last 5 years. So maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt it. And yeah, there you go. Those are the prelims for this week. They're terrible. Pilastri's cool. Love some Pilastri. Montague's cool. The rest I would be happy to never watch, but I don't got much of a choice now, do I? So not a great prelims. Is the main card better? Actually, yes, it is. So let's get into that before I never watch this sport again looking at this. Never mind, it gets worse as we have in the main card opener. I'm not going to waste your time here because this might be the worst fight of 2026, to be honest. Unless he was retooling this whole time, which I doubt. Yeah, no, he ain't. UFC needs to retool heavyweight because what the fuck am I looking at? Marcus Buchecha versus Ryan Spann. I think I just puked saying that. Ugh. Just watching it change after boxing was obvious. The karate bladed stance disappeared. Yeah. That shit went up in smoke. What I wish would go up in smoke is the goddamn Apex for trying to book this shit. I don't give a fuck who wins this. I'm not wasting time giving you a pick for this. I don't even know the pick for this. Buchecha's awful. Spann's awful. Probably Ryan Spann's the pick. They're both horrendous. Next. Finally, we get back to real MMA on this card, not slop. So we have some bangers back to back here with a banger in the bantamweight division. Finally, some noteworthy fights. Montel Jackson versus Raoni Barcelos. Everyone's favorite old man, Raoni Barcelos. Who does not love some Raoni Barcelos in their life? Unk still got it. Still winning fights in 2026 on a 4 or 5 fight winning streak now. He's still good. He's still so damn good. Finally getting a top 15 shot. This one against Montel Jackson. Guy who's coming off a awful fight against Figueiredo, which he should have won in hindsight because he could just fought better, but whatever. Good fight. Very good fight here. Finally getting his deserved top 15 shot. There's Montel, the guy that beat breaks off. And beat Chick Magnet Punk. He beat up JP Buys. He beat up Damon Blackshear. Yeah, he beat Daniel Marcos. So Montel has some good ones in his repertoire. He's a big dude for bantamweight. Probably should be a featherweight. Got good power when he actually throws it. Again, whatever happened in that Figueiredo fight will never make sense. And now he fights another old Brazilian. I'm going Raoni here. I'm not going to count out Raoni anymore. I picked Talbot. I picked Simone. You can't count out Raoni anymore. Unk still got it. He's so fucking good. That was what CM Punk stands for. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like Raoni. It's like 80. Nice. Raoni's been in the UFC since the goddamn 80s. It feels like he's still really good. Yeah, he should get the win here. I think he's better than Montel as a fighter. And he should win this fight. Like, Raoni is just so fucking good. Montel, like, he could clip Raoni and knock him out. He has good power, but if he looks like how he did against Figueiredo, Raoni's gonna beat him. And this is gonna be an interesting one, man. This is gonna be a real interesting fight. But I'm not gonna count out Unk anymore. Give me Raoni Barcelos here. It was good. He's top 15 level guy. I think he finally gets that top 15 ranking, so give me Anthony Barcelos here. I'm not going to count him out anymore. Montel had a little bit of hype. Now he's falling down. And give me Anthony Barcelos to get the win here. Not really much more to say. Can't count him out anymore. You're just going to be screwing yourself over if you do. As after that, we stay at bantamweight for another banger. This one much harder to predict, as we have in our third fight of the main card, and what will probably be the fight of the night, because I don't know how it is, how it couldn't be. OG, you know it. We have another OG at bantamweight on this card. Everyone thinks this is a nice run. Yeah, barely. Actually, Figgy looked terrible in that fight too, what does that tell you? But from one OG to another, maybe the only likable British fighter on the roster, Davy Grant, Uncle Davy back versus Adrian Luna Marietti. Yeah, this is going to be fight of the night. I have full confidence in that idea. And yeah, this is a fucking banger. Davy Grant, again, maybe the most likable Brit fighter. Uncle Davy, still really good even after the Jourdain fight. Luna Marietti coming off the best fight in Contender Series history. We see what he can do in his debut. Vlogged did terrible last week. This is a tough one. This is a real tough one to predict. This is going to be a banger. They're going to swing and bang. Who's going to be the winner by the end of it? Does Davy have another war in him? Or can Luna break him? Or can Davy fucking turn back the clock like he does every time he fights and show this kid how it's done? This is a banger. I'm so excited for this fight. I think I'm leaning Uncle Davy. I think like Luna had that war with Vlogden, but can he? I don't know. Will that Joshua Tough 18? Believe so. That sounds correct. He is my great uncle. Hell yeah. That's awesome. That is very, very cool. I think I'm going Uncle Davy here. I think he can squeak out a decision here. He's been in wars. He has the power. He's better than Vlogden. We'll see if Luna had another war in him like that. If not, I just think Davy can get him. What a fucking fight. I think right now I'm leaning Uncle Davy. This is an impossible fight to predict. And we'll see what happens. I don't know. Leaning Uncle Davy, but anything can happen. What a banger. Can't wait. Truly can't wait. And then, thankfully, the UFC is nice enough to give us a piss break after two great fights. That being in the lightweight division, in a fight that I don't really care for at all, because I think both these guys are not that good. And Uncle Davy stuff. That's Uncle Davy, man. We got Uncle Creepy, Uncle Davy, Uncle Hione. You know it. These two are not old, just they're not that good of fighters. As we have in our fourth fight of the main card, the featured bout, Rafa Garcia versus Alexander Hernandez. Hopefully no weird betting odd shit with this one. You know, that seems like it was Michael Johnson's fault. Ian McCall, you're damn right. The man that beat DJ. Rafa Garcia and Alex Hernandez. Hernandez is still the same shit fighter he's always been. Like, no one can convince me otherwise. Rafa Garcia is the most whatever fighter possible. I don't think he's that good. Yeah, Rafa Garcia is the pick here. I'd much rather see Ryan Garcia, but you know, it is what it is. Give me Rafa. I think he's much better than Hernandez, and he should win this one. I hate Hernandez. I think he's a fucking joke. And, yeah, give me Rafa here. Better fighter. Simple. I don't know what more I can say here, so... Do I trust Rafa? Not really, but he should win this. And, yeah, Gary Alf Garcia. Not much else to say there. And then after that, we get to our co-main event of the evening, what should be the main event on this card, because it's much better than the main event fight, but at least it's the co-main, not the second prelim like they like to do lately. As we have in our co-main event of the evening in a really good fight and big fight at women's bantamweight. The winner of this should fight the winner of Kayla Nunez. We have in the co-main and actually a fight that got better thanks to a pull-out. We have Norma Dump Truck Dumont versus the best Edwards in the UFC, Jocelyn Edwards. What a good fight. I never thought I would say that 3 years ago, but this is a good one. The one that looks like a boxer in fades. She is the bitch who's getting knockouts lately. So, what up, Kainoto? Kainoto, I know you got Discord. If you want in mine, let me know, and I'll send you the invite after stream. But good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Brock Lesnar profile pics always cool after his retirement. And yeah, shout out. Good to see you. Well, good to see you. What's also good to see is another really good fight on this card. Yeah, thanks to Yana Santos pulling out, Jocelyn Edwards stepped in, which is actually a much better fight, and I'm hyped for this fight. Norma on a long winning streak, even though she probably lost Kelly Vieira. It's Kelly Vieira, who cares? I don't know why Norma's fighting. Yeah, passing the torch matchup and quit. Uncle Creepy. Ian McCall, baby. So, yeah, passing the torch match and quit, You know it. That's crazy that Brock did that, but I always thought Creepy beat DJ in their first fight. It's actually a fact that he did, but the judges counted wrong and it turned into a draw. You can look into that. That's a fact. He actually did, but the judges fucked him and it became a draw. So, yeah, if you look into that, it's a fact. Yeah, and it looked like nothing in it. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Truly fucking crazy. Crazy, man. I don't know, like, more I can really elaborate on there, but yeah. So what do we got in this fight? A long winning streak, Norma Dumont, who, again, I really don't understand why she's not just waiting for the winner, Kayla Nunez, because she's, at this point, the clear #1 contender. Lesnar ain't done. He'll have one MMA fight and may sign for AEW. No. I could see him not being done. I do think it might be a surprise. Oh, he's gonna have a SummerSlam match, but after that, he'll never. The second he actually retires, he's gonna go into just wanting to be left alone the rest of his life into outside Hall of Fame and whatever. He would never survive in AEW because he would probably kill everyone in that locker room for being a fucking child. And MMA, it has. Maybe Netflix can pay him enough, but who would he? Ngannou, Ngannou and Lesnar. One made like 15 years late, but it's kind of cool. I think it's over in the WWE, maybe. But again, if he ain't in WWE, he ain't wrestling. Now MMA equal no drug testing. I don't think he would. I don't think he would sign a contract to fight Ngannou. I think it's too risky. So who would Brock fight? Like who's like a big fight? A few former AEW and TNA champs and American gladiators. Hell yeah! Lesnar would smash all records. It'd be a big fight, but would Brock even do that? Because obviously he would get his chin knocked into the eighth row. Like, so who else could he fight? Like, Fedor's done. Bader, I think is like Bader would be cool, but I think that'd go bad for Brock, and like I think he's signed with Verizon or whatever. Jude. Ooh, well, there is someone on that Netflix card who he never fought. Brock and JDS in 2027, baby. No, would anyone want to see that? Frank Mir trilogy. So. Francis will kill him, though. Brock will just take the pay. I don't think he would take the pay to get his head knocked off unless he did a Bob Sapp goddamn quit to take no damage, which maybe Lesnar versus Gon. Brock would easily beat him right now. Needs to be hungry. Dude ain't hungry anymore. Mirror's 70% dead. Yeah, that would be a bad idea. But Brock and JDS, like you could tell, Rebels to Spain might actually kill JDS, but Brock and Austin Lane. Actually, no, I can completely see him doing Brock and Greg Hardy. Would like to see Lesnar Fedor. I don't see Fedor fighting again. He has too much respect for himself, I would imagine. But that's what they would do. Brock and Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy's floating around somewhere. Brock, former NFL guys, they would do that. Mirrors, but the girls, that's a good idea. that could be the co-main. That'd be awesome. And I think Bella Mir is like much smaller, so that Brock's son Luke is going to start to train for pro wrestling. That's awesome. I didn't know he had a son. I know he had a daughter. Dude is pretty big, but then I gotta get on those good steroids, man. Come on now. God, I'm just envisioning that poster in my head. Brock Lesnar, Greg Hardy, 2027. Ugh. Daughter is a monster wrestler. Get her in the UFC, goddamn. Look him up, Luke Lesnar. Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Fucking Heyman's gonna be around forever, so they got another fucking Lesnar. That's his son. First one, not Sable. Yeah, I did not know that. That's pretty fucking cool. That's very fucking cool, actually. So, nice. Lesnar bloodline. Imagine if those fucking kids going to the UFC. Shit. We're gonna see more MMA kids in MMA soon. Bellamere, Brock's kids, maybe. Fucking all kinds of ones. Crazy. All the kids he had with Sable look just like him. No. Like, Jesus Christ, that's crazy, but yeah, that's not a good thing, at least for the female side of things. But, Brock Lesnar genes are going to be very strong, so yeah, not very shocked. Is his second fiance's kid also? Yeah. Lesnar's daughter is a wrestler with zero experience. Bellamere asked to fight her, and they said it's not even an option. That sucks, but let's get Bella in the UFC already. Like, fucking, hopefully, even though I could see her going to PFL, because I don't know what Frank's relationship with the UFC is yet. How is Frank in the Hall of Fame? Like, if he's not, then that's such bullshit. So, as well, training me or the show my just a shot putter. Yeah. Bella is 2-0 in MMA right now, so 2-0 to 3-0, so she's good. It's gonna be a problem. Maya does shot put or something, yeah. Shit, that fucking tank of a human might as well. Shit, yeah, she's a champion shot putter. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, WWE would fucking sign her in a heartbeat if she wanted to do it. Like, that would be... don't want to do it. You won't do it. She's barely 5 feet. Yeah. So... crazy. Fucking crazy. He is the first. I almost died. Wasn't supposed to walk and touch. Go the second time. Do Frank Mir. How is Frank not in the Hall of Fame? Get him in the Hall of Fame and sign Bella Mir already. God damn it. So they should have put Bella on the tough season this year. I think they're doing her weight class. So, well, actually, she might be a flyweight. Never mind. But either way, guarantee UFC. God damn it. Contender series. Actually, I could see them doing contender series to get the views. What, you cheap motherfuckers. Speaking of female fighters, we got the dump truck versus the best Edwards in the UFC and the co-main this week, which really should be the main because it's much better than the main event. Yeah, Norma, long winning streak, Jocelyn Edwards, knocking people out left and right. Somehow out of nowhere, I think she's on a 4-fight knockout streak now, which is fucking insane to think about. And yeah, winner here definitely should get a title shot. Who's gonna be the winner? Can Jocelyn knockout record continue, or can Norma just win another fight and very whatever fashion. Gonna be an interesting one. Probably Norma's the pick here, but it's hard to count out Jocelyn to an extent because she has that fucking power, and we've never seen Norma take. She did get knocked out by Megan many years ago, so we'll see. I mean, if Nightmare and I forgot his name, the rest of are in for making mains 5 ads. How isn't Frank? Yeah, it's I don't fucking know. I truly Clay Guida, baby. You know, well, that's in for a fight. Getting in for a fight is much fucking different than just getting in as a fighter. There's people who are in for a fight that will never go in as a fighter. So, Duho Choi's in the goddamn Hall of Fame. What does that tell you? Fucking Cub Swanson. Again, Clay Guida. You know, Clay could make a good debate. Clay and Frankie versus Lesnar. We need more than that. One that names 5 rounds. You know it. Fucking such a good fight, man. Such a good fight. I love that fight. One of my favorite of all time. So, hopefully any fight this week could be 1/10 of that one, but I doubt it. I'll Clay for 2, then Diego came alive. Yeah. Crazy. Such a good fight. Such a damn good fight, man. Love that fight. But, yeah, give me Norma here by decision. And, well, yeah, obviously by decision. In the co-main. Yeah, she should get back on track here after that really bad Kellen performance. First ABC card. Yeah, crazy. Very fucking crazy. And, yeah, should be a decent co-main event here. Maybe Jocelyn can get another knockout out of nowhere. Again, Megan knocked Norma out, so it's possible. Who knows? Good fight. Better than the main event. And, give me the dump truck. You want to do not. And then, finally, and sadly, the main event of the evening this week. A terrible fight between terrible fighters and that I hate equally. That's not true. Is it? Kind of. We have in the main event of the evening a shitty fight at featherweight for 5 boring rounds. We have to end this card on a fucking shit note. Actor Lame Sterling versus You Suck the Lost. Oh boy, I cannot wait for this banger. Aljo's Aljo. He's a normal, boring can he's always been. His career is always going to be being O'Malley's bitch and Jan's bitch. He's an actor and he's boring. Oh, and he's Marab's bitch more than anyone. No one wants to see that. I don't. Trust me, I don't either. But, you know, UFC said, here you go. I would much rather see Dumont for 5 rounds. I'd rather see Ione and Montel main. Fuck. He would never draw. Aljo, you know, when I did that Hall of Fame thing, because I did on Twitter as well, I was fully expecting people to say, what about Aljo? No one said a word. Like, that's kind of stupid people would be, what about Aljo? No one said that, because he's that forgettable. No one, the only time you think about Aljo is when he has a fight booked or he's saying something stupid. You're never gonna, when he retires, no one will ever talk about him. He'll be Marab's friend. He's not a fucking draw. He never was. He's an asshole who's a boring fighter, and his whole career is made off acting. Like, what do you want me to say? Yeah, he did win a second fight. I'll agree with you there, but he never should have had a second fight because he was going to get 50-45 by Jan in the first fight. O'Malley beat his ass. Fucking lost to shitty Evloev. Yeah, you beat Brian Ortega. Ooh, a guy who should have not even been sanctioned to goddamn fight. So, great. They sold less after Jan Actor. Like, yeah, I've goddamn them. I just don't like. There's no one actually likes Aljo. He's an asshole of a person. He's a boring fighter. His title run, quote unquote, was garbage, and the way he won it was garbage. And if you think O'Malley sucks, what the fuck do they make Aljo? So he's a joke. But, somehow he's the ace fight in this fight because his opponent is a joke as well. You suck as a lost. A guy whose whole career is made off Ilia Topuria going easy on him. But he came back and won some fights. Okay, let's go over Zalal's winning streak since coming back. Billy Q, about 3 years past Billy Q being good. I like Billy Q, but facts are facts. Jack Shore, who sucks. Josh Emmett in 2025. Oh, impressive. And I think I'm forgetting one, but it's Yusuf Zalal. No one gives a fuck. Like, the dude sucks. Oh, did he beat Cater as well? Well, my bad. He ran away from Cater for 3 rounds. Like, the dude sucks. Sean sucks. High-level kickboxer. Can't handle a top limit. Yeah, a lot of people. Before the Aljo fight and even after the Aljo fight say Sean's a terrible fighter. What do you gotta say now after he won the belt? Now, if you want to say that, you might be a bit right because he looked awful against Song Yadong. But he's gonna beat Shitty Aim. It's a hobby, and that's all that matters. At the end of the day, people remember Sean O'Malley before they ever remember actor Lame Sterling. Actually, the only thing Sterling will ever be remembered for is the O'Malley knocking him the fuck out. So the only thing Yusuf Zalal will ever be remembered for is Ilia Topuria going easy on him. This is a shit fight, but it's high level. No, it's not. Dude, I could think of fucking 20 featherweights better than these two. Fucking Kevin Vallejos would wipe these two in 2 minutes. Fucking Melquizael Costa would not break a sweat. Tommy McMillan would beat these two. Fuck, I might take Pico. Well, I'd take Pico against the LOL. I might mostly go with Sterling. Like, these two are trash. Like, I don't know. I want to go back and watch Sean versus Piotr. Was that a 3-rounder? Yes. Yes, that was 3 until they... I'm fucking amazed I'm not giving Sean a rematch. But, yeah, that's a great fight. And it was close. It was not a robbery. It was close. Sarah will name drop him here and there until he dies. You know it. Yeah, fucking know it. Like, yeah, Aljo does come from a great camp, and maybe he is a good coach. I don't know. I've seen a few of his fighters. Tens Bazookia, shit. That's where he was coaching someone else like a few weeks ago who was terrible. So, like, Marab, and lesbian, he ducked Marab because he knows Marab would have ate him alive. Like, Aljo's a bitch. And Yusuf Zalal sucks. Like, my bad. It's not how I meant to sell this fight. I'm meant to be like the UFC and pretend like this is an important fight. This was originally meant to be Sean Brady and Joaquin Buckley in the main event. I would have rather seen that. But downside of that, we would have had to see Sterling and Zalal on a pay-per-view. So, I guess you take what you can get here. Fight IQ is the late years beyond his MMA skill. Yeah, Matt Serra's a great fucking coach. I fucking watched his Ultimate Fighter season. I'll do a retrospective on that sooner than later. Probably the next break week. I think I might do that with Contender Series. But yeah, he was shit. He was a whatever fighter. But yeah, as a coach, Matt Serra's a top tier coach, and we're gonna hear him in that corner this week. That's a dude who you definitely can't miss. You know that voice. Longo, Serra, Marab. That's a great fucking corner to have for your shit fighter. Like, what more can I say? I think it was Nazim Sadikov was who I was thinking of, who got grapple fucked by Ziam. So why do you train with Sterling then? Because he can't just throw a punch. So after shitting on both these guys for 10 minutes, who am I picking in this one? If I have to make a pick, give me the guy. As much as I hate him, and I hate both, I'm cheering for the double leg break. Trust me. He started in Ring Chun, yeah. Yeah, if I have to make a pick here, I think this is an easy one to pick. Give me Sterling, which I've never said, but Matt Serra versus the drunk dude he took down in that casino rematch for Netflix coming next month. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, now is it? So, Matt Serra versus, who did he hate on the Ultimate Fighter? That one stupid coach, and Phil Baroni. So he'd fight one of those guys. Give me Aljamain here in the main event. Something I've never thought I would say, but being honest, he's easily winning this fight. Zalal is garbage. Until proven otherwise, and winning this wouldn't prove he's good. Give me Sterling. He's much better. And I don't know what to say. Like, give me. Ugh, I hate to pick either one, but give me Actor Lame to get the win here. So, where he was, why are you hitting yourself and making the dude slap himself? That's Earth a funny motherfucker. He could beat up any normal human just in UFC. He was decent-ish for that time. He didn't actually fight that many times after The Ultimate Fighter. I think he only fought like 6 times after, if that. So it's kind of weird how short his career really was. But yeah, his coaching career is way better, and I think he should get a win here as a coach. So give me Aljo to end a really weird night in the Apex. To go over my picks one more time, he beat GSP. Yep, he got his Juliana Pena win. That is the only reason he'll ever be remembered. So, that's enough. Again, he's the male Juliana Pena. So, without that, he would just be Aljo's coach. That's like here holding a beer. So, yeah. Go over my picks one more time for Saturday. Now, my girl, Julia Palastri, Max Griffin, Francis Marshall, Rafael Filho, Michelle Montague, Cedricus Dumas, Rodolfo Vieira, probably, Ryan Spann, I think, Jaime Barcelos, Uncle Davy Grant, I think, Hoffa Garcia, Norma Dump Truck Dumont, and Actor Lane Sterling. Bleh. There you go. Picking Sterling and Cedricus Dumas, 2 people I fucking hate. Oh boy. Yeah. Or Pena the Sarah of WMA. Who cares about both? Yeah. I think that's a better way to look at it. So, actually, Matt's a way better fighter than Julie ever was. That one was called The Comeback, and the prize was the title fight. Yep, for middleweight and welterweight. Matt Serra and Travis Luter were your winners, and then Luter missed weight and still got bitched out by Anderson. I'll do a retrospective for that soon. I was planning my next retrospective to be the next break week, which is in a few weeks, I believe. So I'll do one then, which might be the Ultimate Fighter or Contender Series, and then I'll do one for White House week, and like every break week I'll do one. So because they're fun, and I got now two Contender Series seasons. I think 3 tough seasons I could do, and I finished UFC 6 through 10. So now, whichever one, if y'all want one more than anything else, I'll do it. But eventually, you'll get all of those, and I got a whole playlist on the channel if you want to find the ones I've already done for tough 1 through 3, I believe. Contender Series 1 and UFC 1 through 5. I love doing retrospectives. I need to do one again, man. I really want to, but waiting for the next break week, and yeah, a few more weeks we'll do them. So I'm excited. I think 4 weeks, 3 or 4. I think 4 weeks. So there you go. I almost did one for my birthday week, but I was like, did I really feel like making a video on my birthday? Because I usually do them on Monday. No. So soon, trust me. So, and yeah, not really much more I can say there. That's about that. That's UFC Vegas 116 for you. About 2 hours later. Yeah, it's not great. It's not a great card at all. A few good fights, but the rest are shit. And again, this main event makes the card look terrible. This guy looks like an idiot, and this guy looks confused. He probably is. And yeah, not really much more I can say there unless y'all got anything y'all want to say about this card. I think that's all I got until we talk about it on Friday night and make some picks for it. So I can definitely wait. And yeah, this card blows. Still better than Canada, I think. But yeah, I have no hope for it. So there you go. And with that being said, that's about that. UFC Vegas 116, done. What time are you going live tomorrow? Normal time I always do. If you join the Discord, I always post a stream, and you can look at what time it starts and all that. So, and yeah, it's gonna be normal time, probably 11 my time, 11:20, probably 11:30ish. So normal, And then panel will probably be open around 12, say 12:30ish. I don't know, something like that. If it takes a month, however long the mock draft takes. So, and so yeah. So and I can yap a little bit, and that'll be that. So, did you think awfully quick walkouts were longer? That's the one match I wish went shorter. That fucking yeah, I'll just. If you think I ranted on Sterling and the wall, don't get me started on that Mid Morgan. That bitch is the least talented wrestler I've ever fucking seen. She is so shit. Like, everyone needs a job like Liv Morgan. Get pushed for everyone pretending you're hot and be terrible at every part of your job. That's a fucking accomplishment if I've ever seen one. She's garbage. True fucking garbage. She's not hot. She's the third hottest member of her own group. She has the worst voice ever. She's like Paige Van Zandt, but more annoying. And she's a garbage wrestler. Like, what the fuck? I'll definitely be doing my mock draft during the day, and Robert some new Mike Vrabel jokes. Mike Vrabel might. Yeah, Vrabel needs to lock in. You have to make that AJ Brown trade already. Stop having affairs over there, Mikey. And B, what's her face and want to drop to someone else? I doubt it. I think it's more Triple L just fucking loves her for no reason. So whatever. It's fucking stupid. And whatever. I have many problems with Mania, and that might be the biggest one. So it's a joke. Yeah, we're going to say when does AJ trade going down? I heard like as late as like June 1st or whatever. It's like, can we just get this done already? Send them goddamn whatever they want. Goddamn, I'm part of Vrabel cheating was the fake reports about AJ might turn out to be true. Yeah, definitely fucking seems like it. So yeah. I don't think Chrome's still here, but he's a Pats fan. Maybe he's excited to get fucking AJ Brown because much better than Romeo Dobbs. And yeah, we'll see what the Patriots do. Hopefully they do trade on draft night. But I would imagine, what is their pick anyway? I think they got the 20 or the 31st pick in the draft. So you think the Eagles would want that? So well, we'll see. And I probably won't do any. What? We'll see. I might do one or two trades in my mock draft, but that shit's so hard to predict. It's not even funny. So we'll see. But that's tomorrow. So I can't wait. And yeah, since we did hit 200 quote for 8 minutes, I'll open the pen a little bit for like 20 to 5 minutes, whatever. If we even go that long, who knows? And tomorrow. So. Because yeah, I know now you want to talk about this shit. I don't want to talk about this shit. We talked about everything but this card tonight, and I don't blame you. So but that's about that. Talk about the minimal package at 30. They got 11. Might be. Oh, they got the 11th pick. Oh, well, definitely. I don't know why they haven't made that trade then yet. The Eagles would love to get that 11th pick. For the package of that 31. Yeah, well, they might not get both first round picks, but they would fucking be happy with 11. The Eagles would fucking, and the Eagles would still have their other pick, I think. No 11 picks. Oh, my bad. Yeah, 31. Yeah, give them that. Give them 31. The Eagles would still be happy with that. So, yeah, and the Eagles would still have their other first round pick. I think they got it unless they traded it. Yeah, do it. I don't know what New England's waiting for. You got less than 48 hours now to do that trade, so do it. So, but what do I know? But we'll talk about the minimal fight news. Maybe some big news for you. And we talk about the minimal rankings tonight. So I think that's about that. I'll go another few minutes if y'all want to keep yapping about whatever. More NFL draft shit, 'cause that'll be the talking point tomorrow. 1 through 10 are BPA regardless of fit. Yeah. I think every pick is the best player available, to be honest. Um, so, I'm going to surprise you guys. My number one mock draft pick is going to be Fernando Mendoza. I know you're shocked. After that, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to be doing it live and guessing with y'all. And it should be fun. It should be fun. First round are kind of coin flips. Hey, I love the first round of the draft. It's one of the best parts of the season. Well, I'm not actually. No, it's not. I hate it as a Browns fan because we fuck it up. So, but yeah, I'll try and save us tomorrow and make a good mock and see what happens. So I'll keep going a little bit longer. Whatever y'all want to talk about. Hour and 45 minutes into this bitch. Talk more about UFC. We talk more about football or NBA, or we can get out of this hole. No, we don't have one. Yeah, there's very few teams that don't have a pick. 52nd. I'll probably do the first 2 rounds, maybe. We'll see if I do round 2. I'll definitely do round 1. We'll see if round 2. And, yeah, obviously after that, I don't care. Nah, I'll probably just do round 1 the more I think about it. We'll see. We'll see. And, yeah, what more can I really say there? So, gonna be fun tomorrow night, Wednesday mock draft, or whatever else y'all would like to talk about. And NTCB or age. Yeah, you know it. So, mock draft tomorrow. Anything else would be a shocker. Yeah. I'm excited. And then we'll be back to MMA side of things on Friday through Sunday. And, yeah, gonna be a short out tomorrow with some fight news. And, yeah, breakdown recap for the card we went over Friday and Sunday. Gonna be a fun week. Let's keep it going. Shout out to everyone we had in chat tonight. The DB. This is the Stevie. You guys are set. And we're gonna fuck it up. Don't worry. Kainoto. Gonna see Kainoto back for the first time in a long time. Man, yeah, DB and Steve took over the last hour. Shout out to you motherfucking legends. Just need a new owner and GM, maybe a coach. Yeah, we can't draft those. Last time I checked, I've looked into it, trust me. Shout out to Chrome, who just made fun of my audio. Asshole. And I think that's everyone we had tonight. So, Steve, DB, Chrome, and Kainoto. Shout out to you fucking legends. You guys are awesome. And we'll be again tomorrow. Talk about some football. For the first time this year. I guess we just talk about free agency a good amount, but now it's time for the real shoe to drop in NFL, and I can't wait. Tomorrow we party, we mock, we have a good ass time. So see what happens, and I'll be tomorrow. So unless y'all got anything else you want to talk about, not Gina Carano, and then if we're done for the night, we're done for the night. So as always, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Please like, comment, and subscribe. As always, unless for me to say something which I don't believe I am. I believe the only thing left to say is I'll give you all a minute if you have anything else you want to say. I know you motherfuckers like to interrupt me. Yeah, day one is the best. There's always a few pops. I can't wait. It's gonna be good. And yeah. Now I'm very excited for that, so can't see what happens. Draft night day. I don't think anyone actually watches past night one of the draft, and why would you? So, especially this year. But we'll see what happens. And yeah, if we're done for the night, then we're done for the night. Give you another few seconds if you got anything else y'all want. But if not, then as always. Steel Town? Uh, yeah, the draft is in Pittsburgh. I think that's what you asked. So, yeah, the draft is in Steel City. So I was in, I think, Cleveland a year or two ago. So they go to Pitt. I don't know where they go next year. Probably Vegas, I imagine. Yep. So, yeah. We'll see what happens in Pitt on Thursday. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Talk about some fights tonight. I'll get out here for the night after almost 2 hours. Love y'all. Shout out to y'all. And as always, yep, 3. Know it. Detroit and Green Bay last 2. Yeah, so you're going to fucking back-to-back rivals. Detroit and Green Bay, now Pitt. See what happens. As always, RX. Out. Good vibes. Only